Installing the FatraClick vinyl floor. We will now take you through the installation process step by step. For trouble-free installation of the FatraClick floating floor, make sure construction works in the room are completed and the room temperature ranges from 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. Keep the floor panels at this temperature for a minimum of 2 days before installation. Make sure the boxes containing the floor panels are placed on a level surface during this time. Sweep or vacuum the substrate thoroughly. A damp mop should be used for final cleaning. Check the flatness of the floor at a minimum of 5 points using a measuring wedge and a 2-meter spirit level supported at the ends with 1 centimeter high pads. The measuring points should be at least 10 centimeters from the walls. Deviations of flatness must not exceed 2 millimeters across the length of the spirit level. Any unevenness greater than this must be repaired. Avoid using Miralon-type elastic pads as they flatten over time if exposed to heavy traffic, which may create gaps between the panels. Lay the polyethylene membrane sheets, keeping an overlap of approximately 10 centimeters, and then join them with adhesive tape. This creates a vapor barrier as well as a sliding pad. You should let the membrane run approximately 5 centimeters up the vertical wall. In the final step, this will be covered by wall moldings. Have the adjusting wedges ready to maintain a sufficient gap around the walls during installation. This gap allows the panel floor to eliminate possible dimensional changes caused by, for example, higher moisture. In general, use 2 wedges on the longer side of the panel and 1 on the shorter side. Mixing up the panels before installation helps avoid having identical patterns on adjacent panels. We recommend sawing off the tongue of the first row of panels. Since the locks have a special shape, tilt the panel gently for easier connection to adjacent panels. If a sufficiently large piece remains after cutting the last panel in the row, it can be used to start the next row. Make sure to never use panels that are less than 100 millimeters in length. Starting with the second row, use the Uniclick tools to fit the panels close to each other. These tools are designed to prevent damage to the lock and scratches on the panel. For pipe penetrations, make sure the hole drilled is large enough to create a uniform expansion gap of 5 to 10 millimeters around the heating pipe. Because the cut must run along the axis of the hole, the panels will be joined in this place without a lock. Cut these panels from the other side to avoid burrs at the cut edge. Make sure to create a sufficient space to insert the panel under the door trim. Use a special saw for this purpose. Bonding is one of the possible ways to install floor moldings. Before their installation, cut the vapor barrier immediately above the floor level. Then apply the adhesive sealant at points using a sealant gun. Do not apply more than is needed per molding. When installing the moldings, minimize their lateral movement until the adhesive dries. At corners, cut the moldings to the required shape or use suitable shaped pieces. Make sure the moldings are affixed to vertical walls only. Have the following tools ready to install the FatraClick vinyl floor. Vacuum cleaner to remove coarse dirt from the substrate. Mop to remove dust and fine dirt before starting installation. Self-retracting tape measure to measure room dimensions and adjust material length. Polyethylene membrane for vapor barrier to cover the substrate. Snap-off blade knife to cut polyethylene membrane and adhesive tape. Single-sided adhesive tape to affix and seal polyethylene membrane. Hammer to make FatraClick panels fit close to each other. Uniclick installation kit with tapping block, crowbar, and adjusting wedge to adjust expansion gaps between wall and floor panels. 2-meter spirit level and measuring wedge to measure substrate unevenness. Contact moisture meter to measure approximate substrate moisture and locate spots with highest moisture. CM moisture meter to measure exact substrate moisture. Circular hand saw to cut floor panels in straight lines. Sealant gun to affix floor moldings. Drill and circular saw to make circular openings. A room approximately 30 meters squared in size takes a skilled person approximately 8 hours to cover. For more information about the FatraClick floor, please visit fatrafloor.cz.